So we just asked Frank about the sack. Looked like a miscommunication. Sounds like it was. Can you take us through that?
Yeah, just some miscommunication there. Nothing more, nothing less. Obviously, I got to be better in that aspect of it. Definitely a mental error on my part.
There's been a lot made about how much Bryce has been hit in a limited amount of time. Obviously, your job is to protect him. How much has the room kind of taken that to heart over the last couple of weeks?
I mean, I think we take it, taking it very serious. Obviously, that's our job in the room is to be protectors, and we haven't been getting that done. So there's definitely a big emphasis in our room, and Bryce is obviously a guy we need to take care of.
When he does get hit, what have you noticed from him after in the huddle?
He's the same guy, in and out. Regardless of the situation, he's a guy that is able to kind of just reset his mind, no matter what happened during the play, and just refocus guys, and being able to pop right back up no matter what. Probably one of his biggest strengths.
How do you feel like, and in the run, you came in here known for your run blocking one last year, but how do you feel like your pass protection's grown from last year to this year?
Yeah, obviously, the last couple of weeks hasn't been good enough, point blank period. Definitely something I want to improve on as the weeks go on. Somebody's got to get better in at the end of the day, and I'm glad I have the staff here, the players here, on both sides of the ball, kind of help me get to that goal.
And Frank said you're going to be a big leader in this group. That's a lot for a second-year guy. Are you up to the challenge? Why do you feel like you kind of fit that role?
Yeah, definitely, honor that, Coach Wright kind of put that label on me early. Obviously, a role I got to grow into as well, being able to lead guys. But like I say, we got a great group of guys that, what's the word for it? Anyone can coach them. They're not too prideful about their craft. They're allow anybody, rookie all the way up to a 8-year, 9-year vet, coach them if they see something. So it's definitely a role that I think I'll be able to fulfill.
After playing next to him for a year, how much has the communication improved with Brady, and what would you like to see yourself improve on as a left side of the line?
Yeah, I think our communication's improved. Obviously we got a lot of banked reps together last year, so kind of just building off that. I think it's only going to get better from here on out. Definitely excited to be next to Brady working, and I'm definitely excited for that matchup.
What did you notice from Christian on film?
Sorry,
Chandler on film.
Oh yeah, Chandler. Yeah, I mean, first game out. Definitely some great stuff to work on. But like I said, he carries that mindset with him. That mindset we got from NC State. You want to just put guys in the dirt 24/7. That's a mindset that's never going to leave him. So, some of the other stuff, some of the intangibles, that they'll always come. As he plays more games, he gets more reps, but that mindset is always going to be there. So, definitely excited for him to keep growing.
Is there a human element in how you go about your job that obviously you want to protect any quarterback, but you have this number one pick, this 22-year-old face of the franchise, as a guy who takes pride in his job? Is there an extra stress that you got to keep this guy upright?
I mean, I wouldn't say extra stress. I think that's like one of the main parts of a job as an offensive lineman, whether that guy is a rookie coming in or whether he's a 15-year guy. So I mean, the job stays the same regardless of who's back there. Definitely, excited to see Bryce keep on working. He's been great early on, so definitely excited to see him as the future comes.
I'm curious what he says to you. What do you say to him after you give up like the blindside hitters?
Yeah, I mean, he's really good at just, I guess, not really getting on guys. Obviously, you never want to give. It's not intentional. Giving them hits, giving them pressure. So, he's been good at not, just giving out that criticism. Keeps it respectful, I guess is the word for it. And, he's always the next play guy.
I apologize if you've been asked about this, but Frank was explaining how the miscommunication. Did you all ask about that? No, I'll get it later. Thanks, Ikem.
Ikem, you got to be your senior alma mater play last night. How great was it to see them out there on the field you play on?
Yeah, it was great. It was a cool experience. Some of those guys, first opportunity playing in the NFL stadium, so, definitely had a great crowd, great PD crowd. Flooded the stadium with red, so that was definitely great, and definitely a good opportunity for those guys. Hopefully to get some more down the road.
Did you get to talk to the team at all?
Yeah, I was in the locker room before the game, and I was on the sideline for the first half, so got to talk to them a little bit. Those guys, when they started scoring, they just didn't stop. So it was definitely fun to watch.
What's your scouting report on that offensive tackle?
Yeah, Big Dave, baller. That's really the only word I can describe. Carries that mindset with him too. Just want to finish the guy, just dominate the guy in front of him. So it's definitely a great mindset to have. And, he's definitely going to be a successful player, just carrying that mindset and that work ethic with him.
Frank told us they were gonna tweak that one line call. I didn't know if they told you that, and did you feel like that's a good step?
I mean, I'm not really going to blame that on the call. At the end of the day, I got a job to do, and I didn't get it done on that play. So, yeah, I mean, whatever adjustments we make, I'll take that in stride.
What is your routine after you have plays like that? Just kind of watching film, like take us through maybe what the next 24 hours look like when you have a game where you're like, man, I wish I'd done something differently.
When there's a play like that that's obviously glaring, obviously the obvious mistake I made, I like to watch that a lot and talk with some of the coaches about, what I could have done better. Obviously there, it wasn't necessarily technique, which is a good thing. It was more just the mental aspect of it. So really locking into the call, that's really the only thing you can do in that situation.
So when it's a mental error, did you take the play after that more personally because it did kind of seem like that was more of a physical?
I mean, I try not to. We have a mindset here of being 0-0 every snap, so just hitting that reset button no matter what happens. So treating every play like it's a brand new play, like it's the start of a drive. So I try to just carry that mindset with me. Flush whatever happened, good, bad, ugly. Just flush it and just, move on to the next play. So that's kind of the mindset I try and have.
There's that adage that they're paid too, and they're pretty good as well. Does that help flush it out and not maybe take too much ownership of something like that?
Well, I definitely take ownership for it, but it's just at the end of the day, you got a job to do. Like the game clock, the play, the game's not going to stop for anyone just because you messed up a rep. So you kind of have to move on. And then, like I said, after the game, you kind of talk with your coaches, you kind of watch that film and analyze what you did wrong. But during the game, during the play, you got to move on and got to just refocus and just do everything you can to finish out the game strong.
Was there anybody you worked with during the offseason to improve your game at all, and what did you learn?
So I was in Dallas a little while during the summer. They had a big O-line mastermind summit there. So that's definitely good, kind of getting some great minds together, just talking ball. That kind of, this is great as a young guy, being around so many legends like that, older guys that have been in the league a while. So, I say that's definitely helpful. But, I think really I get the most improvement just kind of working with the team every day. Obviously, we got some premier pass rushers, premier defensive linemen on the team. So being able to kind of get in their head a little bit, talk about what they see is definitely, a big help for me. And obviously I got some vets on the offensive line as well that have, been there every step of the way.
What are those daily battles with Brian Burns like?
Yeah, it's been great. They always say iron sharpens iron. So, definitely just, polish up both of our games. Anything I can do to service him or he can do to service me has always been great, being able to help me out when I needed it. And, hopefully I can be that help for him too.
Any more for Icky? Thanks.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.